I was relaxed to mention the name because the titles are not here. Yes, we have Mensa Abrampa, who is also a council member. Please, you forgive me, I'm careful not to mention titles. We also have Dora Day-to-me of the Civil Service Training Center. We have Eunice Osai, a director of the Ghana Civil Service. We have Mr. John Yao Agbaku, Chief Director, Ministry of Tourism. We have Mr. Maxwell Ampofo, Prad Acting Director. Please, let's put our hands together for him. We will continue the program as and when we introduce the dignitaries we have here. But most importantly, let me say that this program is being supported by the Public Sector Reform for Resort Project, CLOCSAG, the Office of the Head of Civil Service, all ministries and departments. We want to say a very big thank you to you for supporting the 2022 Civil Service Week. We had a very good chairman who planned all this together. I want to single him out as a chief director and mention his name. Dr. Evans Agedakun is the chair for the 2022 Planning Committee. We were joined a few minutes ago by a retired judge who is also a council member, Justice Retired Henrietta Aban. Please, let's put our hands together for her. We'll continue with the program and we invite Mr. Yao Agbaku to officially welcome us to this press launch. Let's put our hands together for Mr. Agbaku. He wishes his name is not even mentioned. Very humble.
Thank you. I was taken aback a little because I can see my senior director here and all of a sudden it's John Agbaku. So I was better to stand up for. Thank you very much. Members of the Civil Service Council, the head of service, Anna Ajekum Jamna, colleague chief directors, development partners, directors and heads of departments, staff of the Ghana Civil Service, members from academia and civil society organizations, our partners from the private sector, friends from the media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is a privilege to welcome both physical and virtual participants to the press launch of the 2022 Civil Service Week hosted by the Office of the Head of the Civil Service, OACS. We thank you all, our distinguished guests, for honoring the invitation to grace this special occasion. Special appreciation also goes to our friends from the media for the enthusiasm with which you responded to the call to join the service in celebrating this important event. I am particularly elated that the celebration gives the service the opportunity to reflect on the successes, challenges, and mitigative measures to help improve service delivery. It is also a time to network and collaborate with other key stakeholders in improving service delivery standards. You will agree with me that the Ghana Civil Service, one of the public services institutions in our country, has since independence contributed significantly to the development of Ghana by providing world-class services to successive governments through its initiation and formulation of government policies. We assure the general public that we will not relent on our efforts but continue to work hard to support the attainment of the directive principles of state policy as enshrined in the 1992 Constitution of Ghana, our motherland. As a service, we deem it especially important to set aside a week annually to reflect on our achievements, educate and encourage citizen engagement as an effort to increase efficiency, accountability, and transparency in service delivery. Also, the celebration and award ceremony seek to reward the arduous work of our outstanding staff and officials who have contributed immensely to the growth of the civil service and our country over the years. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the theme for the celebration, Digitalization in the Civil Service of Ghana, an agenda for improved productivity and service delivery, is very appropriate considering the current technological dispensation in which the global economy finds itself. I am very confident that the civil service has made remarkable strides as far as the theme for the celebration is concerned, and the head of the civil service will elaborate further on this in his address. May I take this opportunity to appreciate and recognize the media as a strategic partner for communicating policies formulated by the various sectors to the citizens of Ghana. The civil service has developed a positive partnership with the media since its existence. A partnership that has improved our governance system and fostered the needed growth in our dear country. I pray this relationship between the media and the civil service continue to grow stronger. I want to urge the media to continue to provide a wider coverage of the 2022 Civil Service Week celebration. Once again, I welcome everyone to the press launch of the 2022 Civil Service Week celebration. Thank you, and long live Ghana Civil Service.
Thank you very much. Please, let's do it better for him. Please continue clapping until he sits. Thank you very much. In the past, if you Google the Ghana Civil Service or search Ghana Civil Service, the only thing you see is negative news and all that. But I dare you to try that today and see what you see on your phone. This is a deliberate attempt by the head of civil service to change the narrative of the civil service, change the assertion, the perception, and the image that most people who may be misinformed one way or the other had about the civil service. That is gradually changing. Let's put our hands together for the head of civil service for this good work. It is just not easy to take this bold step. So today, as we launch the 2022 Civil Service Week, it is a press launch. The press continue shining the good light on the civil service. Continue your good work, and we appreciate what you do. Please, let's clap for our media. Today is your day. We know you're going to publicize the 2022 Civil Service Week celebration. We'll go back to Clocksack and then get some music. We'll come back to the head of civil service for his message for the year. Thank you very much.
Georgia, yeah, Georgia, the whole day through, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Yeah, Georgia, Georgia, a song of you comes as sweet and clear as moonlight through the pines. Oh yeah. Other arms reach out to you. Other eyes smiles tenderly, still in peaceful dreams. I see the road leads back to you. Oh, Georgia, yeah, Georgia, a song of you comes as sweet and clear as moonlight through the pine. Oh yeah. This is a song by Ray Charles, titled Georgia, on my mind. Oh yeah. Other arms reach out to you. Other eyes smiles tenderly, still in peaceful dreams. I see the road leads back to you. Oh, Georgia, yeah, Georgia, a song of you, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Yeah. This is a song by Nat King Cole, titled Blueberry Hills. I found my thrill on a blueberry hill, on a blueberry hill, where I found you.
Please do it better for them. Do it better for them. If you have any ceremony, be it wedding, outdooring, or what have you, you can invite Clock Sack Band. They will take you a token because you're a civil servant and be there to entertain your audience. Thank you very much, Clock Sack. Let me see, do we have directors here? Directors, are you here? Yes, I can see directors. We have directors in the civil service, and they are doing marvelously well. The image you see being changed is as a result of the good work these directors are doing. Do we have deputy directors here? Deputy directors, yes. We have deputy directors here. Do we have other staff of the civil service here? Yes, chief directors were recognized earlier, and we will continue to recognize them for the good work they are doing. Do we have chief directors? Chief directors. Chief directors. Chief directors. Thank you very much. My boss, Engineer Brock, is here. We have Mohammed Wahab, Deputy Director from the Ministry of Works and Housing. We also have Solomon Nobi Amano. He's a principal also at the Government Secretariat School. We have Wilmina Asamoah, Acting Chief Director, Ministry of Energy. Please, let's put our hands together for her. We'll continue. What I want you to do is to take a picture of yourself. Whichever social media platform you are on, just post it there and tag it. Hashtag 2022 Civil Service Week Celebration. Please do that for us. Just take a picture of yourself wherever you are. Tag it on any of your social media platform. 2022 Civil Service Week Celebration. Thank you very much. We will now invite the head of civil service to officially launch the 2022 Civil Service Week. Please, let's put our hands together for the head of civil service. Nana Ejekum Jamina is also a reverend minister. So if you do it well, you'll be blessed.
Please be seated, please. Thank you very much. Chairman and members of the Public Service Commission, that is if they are here, members of the Civil Service Council, my hard-working and long-suffering chief directors, heads of departments, directors, colleague civil service staff, the CLOSAC band, our friends from the media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Let me just say this before Mrs. Diana Hammond, a member of our council, was a former chief director. She's worked all over the place. I remember us when she was at Kumasi, EMA, you go on a job inspection exercise. She doesn't want me to say some of these things, but she's at the other side now. Now I'm here and she has to endure me. And she was very good. I mean, say you understand when I say very good. When you go to visit Kumasi, she was very, very good. So I'm happy she's here as a member of the council. Let's give her a round of applause, please. As for Mami Justice, you all know her very well. And her presence on the council, together with the chair, has brought a completely new dimension to this, the way we look at issues, some of the legal things that we have taken for granted. And they are tough ladies. And you see, when you have a kind of quote-unquote rascals around, you need some tough ladies to be able to manage them so that we don't. I'm not talking of me being rascal, maybe Mr. Brock. Dr. Abraham Price is a cool and collected type. He's a Director General for NDPC. And if you've been listening to him on television, he has some very nice ideas. And I will encourage you that maybe, Doc, you should be putting across these things so that people can really be listening to some of the things that you've been sharing. That's that. I also want to recognize particularly the chairman of the planning committee. It looks like he's becoming an ordained chairman. And it's good to have the chief director for parliamentary and the team. They work so hard. Our MC was making comments about change being done by the head of sales. I think I'm giving credit for things that I do not really deserve. There's a story that says that when people commit sin, they say the devil make me do it. And some of us have been saying that if the devil had a sister, she will show up and say, as for this one, my brother did not do it. so basically, that's the idea that a lot of the work is really done by you guys out there. And I'm very fortunate to have been head of civil service at a time like this, where both at the political and technocratic level, you get the necessary support to do what you. So I don't take your support for. I have some great, Dora is there, Mayu is there, my height mate is also around, and all of them. Oh, you don't know, she's my height mate. And every morning I get a free hug. Today I've shifted from somebody to you. I just want us to have a certain feeling that this is nothing. Don't take life too seriously. Just relax and perhaps smile. See, God loves you. Well, I didn't know we had a resident pastor at OACS. Prince, let's have your job description and see whether we can put it on the single spine salary structure. So that we can. And John, the chief director for tourism, I've known many years. I was getting scared at a certain stage when he was reading his welcome address. I thought he had gone into the spirit and was trying to see. So I was only going to say, whatever John said is still valid, then I would have closed. So it's good to have John here and everybody. You're all welcome. Those online too, we welcome you all to this. Where is the Chartered Alaji? Oh, okay. He's the chief director for youth and sports, and he's also doing very well. He's promised me that he's talking to his minister so that they give us 2 awards for people to go to Qatar as part of the Civil Service Week celebration. That's the message I'm giving on behalf of the Chartered Alaji. Okay, yeah. So, let me try to read what they have given me before my height mate gets angry. Good morning and welcome to the launch of the 2022 Civil Service Week and Awards ceremony. This year marks the 4th celebration of the revived, the 4th time we are celebrating the revived annual Civil Service Week, and we thank the Almighty God for keeping us alive to once again celebrate the achievements of the Ghana Civil Service, which is contributing towards the growth of our country. As you've already been informed, the theme for this year's celebration is Digitalization in the Civil Service of Ghana, an agenda for improved productivity and service delivery. And this focuses on one of the core pillars of development, not only in our country, but globally. As you are aware, the Ghana Civil Service is the main public service organization established by the Civil Service Act 1993, PNDC Law 327, to assist government to initiate, develop, and coordinate its implementation of its programs, and also to monitor and evaluate policies for national development. The service is currently made up of 28 ministries, 3 extra ministerial organizations, 25 departments, and the total staff is about 17,500. Over the years, the civil service has undertaken several reforms to increase its operational efficiency and drive in order to enhance our resource. It has fully embraced the national digitalization agenda, and hopefully this will also enhance our performance. The head of civil service, Office of the Head of Civil Service, in response to the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic, put in place some initiatives for the adjustment of working hours for staff. The objective, as we are aware, was to intensify the enforcement of workplace health and implementation of a flexible working schedule. Thus, sure worked very well, and relatively we had limited casualties across the service and even across the nation. This has led to the use of more virtual platform in our service delivery. Zoom, Microsoft, WhatsApp, and other means have become standard practice, whereby which is used by various officers to undertake various assignments. Monitoring measures and strategies were also put in place to track the performance of officers on a weekly and monthly basis. Let me say, ladies and gentlemen, that the implementation of the weekly and monthly action plan for staff was one of the key things that evolved as a result of this pandemic business, and it's still something that we are hoping will continue, because then that enables us to track the performance of our staff on a regular basis, and we'll not have to wait for either a mid-year or quarter of the year monitoring, or even end of year staff appraisal. And that enhances really human resource management and performance management. Supervisors also seem now to be sharing information and receiving feedback through official emails, shared drives, and directorate WhatsApp platforms. I must stress that it is important that we remind ourselves that we are not yet out of the woods, particularly the health-related issues and associated challenges in our society. This celebration will therefore be held in an atmosphere that ensures adherence to health and safety protocols to curb the spread of the virus and other health threats. We have also, in the course of the year, completed the annual report, and I must congratulate chief directors in particular. This is one of the assignments that is very difficult to undertake, because they rely on reports from organizations that are not necessarily civil service, and virtually dragging report from these organizations to enable us meet our April 30th April mandate is usually a difficult one. But this year, we did very well, and I want to congratulate you on that. We have also, when you say congratulate, it's good. Let me tell you something. The Bible says God will not share his glory with anybody. That is true. So what pastors say, will not share the glory, God's glory, but fans in the yabeji. So when you say you've done well, no aje fans and no bon someone. So we have also completed our performance management first cycle. The staff appraisals have been done, the performance agreements have been done, and it's one of the bases for which awards will be given this year. Let me say a few things about the theme in the area of the digital drive. Indeed, in the words of Pierre Laporte, World Bank Country Director for Ghana, Liberia, and Sierra Leone, expanding digital access and adoption, enhancing digital public service delivery, and promoting digitally enabled innovation are essential for Ghana's digital transformation, which will help drive a robust post-COVID-19 recovery, unquote. In other words, ladies and gentlemen, the Ghana Civil Service continues to deliver on its mandate by using digitalization. What, therefore, we are saying is that digitalization as a path is a path to modernization and transformation of every economy. We cannot do without it. It increases efficiency and productivity, protects records, and makes records retrieval easy for improved evidence-based policy decisions. And here, let me say something. I'm sure you are aware that Ghana had a problem, the maritime challenge with Cote d'Ivoire. And the courts went and they went to the international something, whatever the name was. The long and short is Ghana won. But when you read the judgment, and the basis for our victory was, let's say, almost 65% one thing, the availability of records. And who provided the records? It was PRAD that provided the records. Unfortunately, everybody has been recognized for this, but PRAD has not been recognized. So today, as I stand here, I recognize PRAD. After all, Chino Achebe says that lizard that fell from the great Iroko tree. He says if nobody will congratulate him, he'll congratulate himself for surviving. So Director Pratt, Apopo and the team, I wish to make this known that you played a very important role in making sure that this victory came to Ghana. And that's basically one of the essence of the celebration, to showcase, to bring out some of the achievements, some of the unsung heroes of our public service. So one more congratulations, Pratt. Indeed, findings from the Digital Economy Diagnosis Survey 2020 indicates that Ghana is among the digital leaders in Sub-Saharan Africa. However, the study also identified key bottlenecks that needed to be removed to further accelerate Ghana's digital transformation agenda. So what have we done in the civil service in the past year? We have used this digitalization process to improve our performance management. Increasingly, the Ghana Civil Service is leveraging on technology to reap productivity gains in its performance management system. We have initiated steps to digitalize the staff appraisal component of our performance management. So therefore, we had started a pilot program which we call the e-appraiser. And it is intended to ensure participation and compliance with timelines of officers on the grades of deputy director and analogous grades and below in the performance management system. It's also aimed at systematically assessing employees' performance as it relates to set targets, their competencies for development, as well as provide feedback on their strengths and weaknesses. It serves as a guide for management to make decisions on personal planning, training, and development. It provides real-time monitoring as well as improve auditing, notification, and reporting. And it also enhances the efficiency and effectiveness of ensuring compliance and improve the performance system in the sales. But one of the key benefits of this e-appraiser system is that it will move us from making the appraiser system promotion-driven to performance-driven. We will move from being only thinking of appraiser as a tool to let you go to the next step, but to rather make us focus on service delivery. Because the nature of the design of the system is such that if you miss the appraiser for this year, you'll never got the opportunity again until next year. Therefore, if you are due for promotion and your thinking was that come promotion time, I'll just quickly go and fill the form, it will be too late. There's a song that says, when the day comes, the day of reckoning comes, there'll be nowhere to run to. So when the system is fully developed, we are hoping that it will serve us well, and as I've been told, from January 2023, we'll roll it out to all organizations. We have also undertaken service delivery to next level through a more collaborative and customer-centric approach. As part of the digitalization process, the National Information NITA, under the Ministry of Communication, in collaboration with the Ministry of Finance and a consortium of local fintechs, have deployed the Ghana.gov payment platform. This platform is a one-stop payment for all payments of Ghana government services. And it's a very useful approach. So you have the elements of mobile money, card payments, bank transfer, etc. And you can do that from the comfort of your homes. The Ministry of Roads and Highways has also developed a portal, and this portal is to provide transparent and equal opportunity procurement process to all eligible bidders located in any part of the world. This system allows for interested suppliers to deal directly with the ministry whenever their services are required. Ladies and gentlemen, I also want to make the point that we have also enhanced the graduate computer-based recruitment and examination system. This we introduced way back in 2019, but it's been enhanced and we've been using it to recruit people. This indeed has reduced the pressure on those of us who manage the recruitment in the civil service. In the past, by now, you happen to show up in my office, you see my table, OG Mountains. Before the head of sales said, you shall become a plane. I'm sure those who read your Bible understand what I'm saying. How the people stuck there. But now, there's nothing. My table is free because you go online and Madame Dora's examination will do the rest for us. We've also mentioned the fact that we are also now doing online promotion interviews, which has reduced the cost, enabled us to interview a lot more, but also fast-track the processes. And the dangers associated with traveling long distances from regions to districts have all become a thing of the past. And I must congratulate my team out there who've been working, doing this thing. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen from the media, the civil service is also leveraging on the digitalization space to improve the capacity of staff. Virtual training programs have been deployed to build the capacity of staff working in the civil service and other parts of the world. Last year alone, we had over 7,000 civil service participating in various e-learning programs and workshops. It is envisaged that we will continue to use this training platform for its staff to reduce time, cost, and as I said, the risk associated with. We have also been working hard in other areas. Our three institutions, that the Civil Service Training Center, the Government Secretariat School, and the Institute of Technical Supervision, have developed a capacity of a number of staff, I think totally about 7,000 against 6,935 in various schemes of service training. 24 directors and analog grades and 30 other officers participated in the senior management course. And just last week, I opened another of the senior management courses. We've also, I'm sure as you are aware, had the scholarship arrangement with the Scholarship Secretariat, which is, I don't think any public service organization has got that. Every year they have promised that they will grant us 100 scholarships. And it takes care of, initially we are dealing with masters and PhDs and some targeted programs. Now this will make life easier. I always say that we attend international conferences, particularly the Nigerians. They start to mention doctor, so and so, doctor, so and so, and they'll see plenty grammar, intimidate our people. We don't really understand what they are saying. Next time, in another 5 years, we'll have plenty doctor, so and so, and we too, we can do the same. One of the key areas that we've been trying to improve is really the whole area of research. When, as part of the Civil Service Reform Program, 1988 up to we got a new structure for the civil service and was put in the law. The setting up of the Research and Information Management Directorate was aimed at improving research in the civil service. And if you really want to make informed decisions, Doc will tell us you need data, you need analysis done. You need to make sure that everything that you're providing is correct. Unfortunately, it's not been so easy for us. But in the last few years, 2-3 years, we have started a gradual process, particularly in the area of HR, to do a bit of research, and that will inform the way we do things. We've done, I think, 3. 2020 graduate onboarding cohort study. When people come in, what are the challenges? That if online promotion feedback survey. We've also done assessing the impact of long-term training and performance. And we've even done a research on the Ghana civil service response to COVID-19. I mean, what I'm saying is we are doing all these things, the ideas, so that we have data. When we decide to make a decision or policy, it will not just because somebody thinks that the Lord has spoken, I've had a revelation. It is good. But in public administration, if you rely too much on the Lord has spoken, maybe he has not done the research for you. You will have to do the research. So basically, that's what we've been trying to do. And we hope that it will. I cannot end this without mentioning conditions of service. Since we are in a closer auditorium, we'll definitely have to mention. His Excellency the President has set up a committee which is chaired by the Honorable Senior Presidential Advisor, Honorable Yao Safumafo. And let me say that yesterday I was impressed with Honorable Safumafo. As part of the cleanup campaign that took place, he was around and he was bringing the Odan skills there. I mean, he was really anointed at that time. And he was weeding left, right, center. I'm sure people had to intervene. Otherwise, I cleared the whole place. Chairman, is that not it? So I want to really record. What I'm trying to say, some of the ministers, Minister Ambrose, for instance, for the past 4 years, has consistently participated in our cleanup exercises. And yesterday, he was there also. So we recognize all these people, but that was an aside. Honorable Safo Mafo is supposed to be chairing this committee that is looking at the conditions of service. We've made a lot of gains in this area, but there are also 1 or 2 intractable challenges, and hopefully we should be able to overcome them in the not too distant future. It's rather unfortunate I have to report to that in the year under review, we had to undertake some minor shake-up. People decided to, under the leadership of QUAO, that we should take a bit of rest. I think it was a good thing because people have not gone on leave for a long time. But hopefully we will be spared this strike in future because our role is so critical, so central that whenever this thing took place, it really created a lot of challenges. And I'm hoping that our conditions of service, that process will go through and we will not have to do this again. Therefore, I want to stress that it is essential for the appropriate resources to be provided at all times to ensure efficient and effective service delivery. Colleagues, before I sit down, my papers nearly went to the ground. And this reminded me of final year review by a pastor in training. There's an old professor who came to sit down and the guy was looking at him directly. So he was preaching. He preached all right. But because he was scared and there was a fan, so when they were putting on this fan, I was wondering whether the same thing was going to happen. Then the papers will fly. So at the end of the thing, the evaluation was excellent sermon, but there were flying papers. I hope I will not have to go through that. What are some of the upcoming initiatives? The Ghana Digital Acceleration Project is a 5-year World Bank articulated program around 5 components, and that seeks to support enabling environment for digital leapfrogging, to promoting the use of technology across governments, promoting digital innovation and transformation in selected productive sectors, and support project management. The aim of this project is to expand access to broadband, enhance the efficiency and experience of selected digital public services, and strengthen digital innovation. The OECS and PRAD submitted proposals. The OECS, including the 3 training institutions, to be considered, and I'm happy to report that were successful. And because of that, PRAD will have an electronic document management system to digitize a number of documents in their archive and to procure equipment that will help the department head office and its regional offices perform much more efficiently. The second component, which is the future of work in government, this subcomponent focuses on building digital capacity within the public sector, and under the leadership of the Office of the Head of Civil Service, in collaboration with the Public Service Commission, NITA, and Ministry of Communication. Some of the activities will include training to enhance in-house technical skills of the ITIM and research classes on such topics as database management, Microsoft application, digital service delivery, data analytics, and data science related subjects. Training on IT knowledge for about 10,300 staff in the service for effective use of IT for improved work processes. Hopefully, there'll be provision of IT infrastructure for e-learning at the civil service training institutions. All the 3 institutions will develop the framework for undertaking the assessment of digital skills in the civil service, development of the OECS mobile app for HR facilities, redesign the OECS database, and then review the schemes of service for the ITIM class. I'm hopeful that the above activities, which basically is meant to build the capacity of the civil service with the aim of increasing the numbers of staff trained with digital skills. And I'm sure that by the end of the project, we will be in a better position to say that we've improved our skills. Take it or leave it, we have no option. We have to use the digital space more if we are to reach our people and improve world-class service delivery. Let me end by recognizing all the ministries and departments for their enormous sacrifice in keeping the wheels of government business turning since the outbreak of the pandemic. Let us also continue to collaborate with our partners in other public service institutions and the private sector to drive the national development agenda and use the opportunity of the celebration of the Civil Service Week to share innovative ideas and best practices to improve productivity. I would like to commend the efforts of the Public Sector Reform for Results Project and the Ministry of Finance for their unfailing support to the Ghana Civil Service Week and award ceremony. The PSR is also playing a key role in transforming the operations and modernization of institutions such as Births and Deaths Registry and the Passport Office. It is important to recognize the significant contribution of CLOSAC for its continued support and champion the welfare of officers, of staff, and hopefully that will also improve service delivery. I'm delighted to inform you that about 100 officers selected on merit from the various ministries and departments will be recognized and awarded on 29th July for their excellence in the 1920-21 performance year. This is in line with the provision in Section 88 of the Civil Service Act 1993, Act 327. Other dignitaries who have also contributed to the growth and development of the civil service over the years will also be recognized. Let me also take this opportunity to highlight the program highlight for the rest of the week, which technically commences on 20th Wednesday, and it's really earlier because we have the football matches starting, and it's expected to end on Friday 29th. We have begun the football matches. I think we are at the semi-final stage or something like that. And we had a couple of mercenaries or masquerading as civil service staff. And hopefully next year we'll arrange it much more properly so that, but I'm happy that all those organizations have been knocked out. Which means God is still a prayer answering God, because I'm praying that none of them should win. Because if they had won, it would have been a very bad precedent. I'm not saying closer ban, we are part of it, but I'm just. We will continue with the football match. The cleanup took place yesterday, and as mentioned, I don't know, but I'm hoping that we could institutionalize this instead of it just being an annual thing. If we can do it 2 times in a year, that will also be something useful. So. Organizers and chief directors, Mr. Brock, and your colleague chief directors, maybe let's think through and see if we can do it twice in a year. Since usually it is supplemented by excellent kinky parties, which also goes then to enhance service delivery, the aftermath of the cleanup. So that's also something that we can think about. Hopefully Friday, there'll be Thanksgiving service for Christians and Muslims. And this year we have planned that we will also be visiting the chief imam and to engage in conversation for his tremendous support to general peace and the development of this country. From Monday 25th to Thursday 28th, running concurrently, we will have the policy fair, Tourism Day, and health screening from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. each day. I think this year we are doing it all centered around this vicinity out there. So please take time to come. All the various service delivery, passport will be there, Registrar General, National Health Insurance, all of them will be around. Tuesday, 26th, there will be a lecture on the main theme, and the president of Ghana Association of Industries will give us a private sector perspective, but we also have a retired chief director, an excellent one as that, to also speak to us on the theme. Hopefully we will have the finals played on the 27th and 28th of July, and then the 29th we'll climax the celebration with an award ceremony at Alisa Hotels, Northridge. His Excellency the Vice President has agreed to be our special guest of honor. So I want to encourage you all to participate at various Facebook, Twitter, websites, YouTube, everywhere. I'm sure our MC will talk more about this. We encourage you all to participate in the program, either in person or online, and make sure that you really feel part of it. Let me conclude by once more appreciating our sponsors, particularly the government of Ghana through the Ministry of Finance. In spite of all the challenges that we're going through as a country, they provided resources to enable us host this. That is very, very important. The public sector reform for resource project, CLOSAC and all ministries and departments, but I'm still waiting for those ministries and departments. It's necessary that we fulfill all righteousness. So those who have not completed the fulfillment of righteousness, you understand exactly what I'm saying. Do the same. I also want to thank the planning committee and its subcommittee members for the great job that you have done in putting together this program. And on that note, I declare the 2022 Civil Service Week celebration and awards ceremony duly launched. God bless our homeland and make our nation.
Thank you very much. Please let's put our hands together once again for the head of civil service. Thank you very much. Thank you. So to the media, we'll open the forum for questions, clarifications, your comments. This is a press launch. Yes, and then the press, the head of civil service will take the response from the press. Please, you identify yourself. Just raise up your hand. Identify yourself, your media house, and ask your question.
Answer.
Does that mean that we are satisfied with the head of civil service presentation? Head, I'm sure we are fine. We're fine. Please, let's put our hands together for the head of civil service for a wonderful delivery. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, all too soon we've come to the end of the press launch for the celebration of the Civil Service Week. We, by way of reminding us, tomorrow we have a church service here, and then an Islamic prayer which will be done at the ministry's mosque. Monday we'll commence our exhibition, policy fair. There will be food bazaar in between, but I won't tell you when the food bazaar will happen so that you will come for only the food. There will be a tourism day. You have Ghana Dance Ensemble, Ebugruma and the rest performing various regionalization, things that happen in our regions, what you need to know in the region, all will be done here. There will be sketches here and there. It's expected to be a very memorable ceremony. Please, make time and be here. It will start from Monday, and Tuesday we'll open it officially after the public lecture here at the QUAO Auditorium. The dignitaries here will move straight and officially open the exhibition and the policy fair. There will be a lot of policies. You have to come and learn. You may be in a ministry and may not know what is happening in a particular ministry. Please be here and learn what is happening in other ministries. Wednesday, we'll continue with the exhibition and policy fair. All ministries and some departments will be here, as said by the head of civil service. There will be health screening, driver's license registration, national identification authorities will be here. We have the National Health Insurance Authority who will be here. We have deaf and deaf, and then other service delivery. Passports, Registrar General will all be here to provide services to those who will need them. On Thursday, we'll have a cooking competition here. Wednesday and Thursday, we'll have a meal cooking. Head actually enjoys seeing meal cook here. So the men, we have put all the ministries together, form a team. They're preparing meal from the various regions. If it's a yo-yo or my Krobo land, we do our own food. If you can do it, if from my airway side, if you can do it, you have to come. From the northern side, we have put all the three northern regions together, Upper East, Upper West, and then we have consolidated the northern region, Savannah and the rest, to have the original 10 regions so that we have this competition. It's going to be sponsored by the Ministry of Department of Gender, supported by Welma. Welma will bring the kitchen setup for the men to cook. So it's expected to be one of the biggest events as part of this year's celebration. Please, let's be here. Let's all be here and see what will happen. I'm sure we're going to see the head of service cook. We're going to see some chief directors. cooking. I know there will be Anwamu and the rest. Some will just do it very brief. They won't go further. There will be preparation of granite soup, and then we'll see Akple and the rest here. So please, yes, please be here to participate in this wonderful 2022. Very simple, this way, and then you are gone. Thank you very much. We've come to the end of this, and want to say a very big thanks to the head of civil service, a very big thanks to all chief directors, most especially to our council members. We want to say thanks for gracing this occasion. To our directors, God bless you, deputy directors and all other directors. We say thank you. We want to say a very big thanks to the media. You've been very supportive. I won't leave the Ministry of Information. They have decided to take today's press launch and have invited the press. We have a lot of press, men and women here. We want to say very big thanks to the Ministry of Information for doing this on our behalf. We are grateful. We have come to the end. We'll take a closing prayer, and this will be done by Muhammad Abdul Karim from the Ministry of Information. Is Muhammad here? Yes, please, let's put our hands together for him as he comes.
Thank you. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most beneficial, the most merciful. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين.
Please, let's put our hands together for him. Thank you very much. There will be a photo opportunity here. So with the council, we will start with the head of civil service and the council members, followed by chief directors, and all of us. Please, let's observe these arrangements and have a very organized photo session. Please. Service and the council members, chief director.
Thank you.
Planning committee members. Deputy directors. Okay, all of us, all of us, all civil servants, all civil servants. All civil servants here, please join us here. All civil servants. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Doji misu uta moshe nikeja gebo jatabu mi pole ingebo bakeke o carry down. I can't walk back again, young money, no. I've been a concert song. Then you know, let me go with a show. I can't get what I do, what is an elect. I'm for big day. Then you know, pull your soup. In my money, they are chocolate. I can't get my bubble down. Can't get our telephone down. I can't get joy from. You can't do wallet. Mitalago. Shibo. Makebwake adole isumo utamoshe nikejaga bojaga bubikule ingemo bakeke sumo monde sumomi ibalanche tiefe nechema yesumo ibalanche tiefe sumo sonye sumomi ibalanche tiefe nechema yesumomi ibalanche tiefe Jamie, then check my gas on mommy, they balance shut your fail. Jamie, then check my gas on mommy, they balance shut your fail. Shut your face, let your mind just move me. The balance shut your face. Let your mind just move me. The balance shut your face. Let your mind just move me. The balance shut your face. Gombo ya shon, nimla gombo ya shon. Anima kwa moniji, ale no chayo di moni chamine. Samo moni agao, agbo aye. Samo moni agao, agbo aye. Lobile no, asumwan lobile no. Bachi obenke mimo, oni anaga wonwa bene. Samo moni agao, agbo aye. Say